The age-old question of why bad things happen to good people is really difficult to answer. It challenges our understanding of fairness, justice, and the very nature of life. This story is very important for those people who live a very peaceful life, but others often take advantage of their good nature. Once upon a time, an old wise monk was sitting under a tree giving sermons to his disciples. A king, whose kingdom the monk had recently visited, came to him looking deeply disturbed and worried. A few days ago, after listening to monk's words of wisdom, the king had turned into his disciple and decided to follow a life of love and compassion. Worriedly, the king said, "O saint, ever since I became your follower, I truly accepted your teachings into my life. But both my friends and enemies have started exploiting me since then. They are taking undue advantage of my empathy and politeness. Earlier, people used to call me harsh and cruel, but they were really afraid of me. I would hang people, chop their hands, or punish them cruelly for breaking the law or defying me. But ever since I started following you, I became more peaceful, forgiving, and I am not angry anymore. I am compassionate towards everyone and treat people in my kingdom with kindness and empathy. But a lot of people are taking undue advantage of my new peaceful and calm behavior. It has also exposed the people of my kingdom from external dangers, as my enemies think that I can no longer fight them. I am unable to govern my own people, and my people no longer take my orders seriously. Please guide me. What should I do now?" Upon hearing the king's plight, the monk remained quiet for some time and then started to tell him a story. Long time ago, in a distant land, there was a village full of farmers. At the end of one of the fields, there was a huge venomous snake living under a hole under a large tree. It had terrorized the people of the village for years. This snake, quick to anger, had caused much suffering, its deadly bite claiming lives at the slightest provocation. One day, a young monk was visiting the village. Having traveled far, he was tired and decided to rest, seeking refuge beneath the same tree. Oblivious to the danger lurking beneath its roots, he set out his mat for resting. Concerned villagers who saw this approached the monk, warning him of the serpent's wrath. They told him about the terror of the ruthless snake and that many had died due to its venomous bite. "This snake is treacherous," they cautioned. "It strikes without warning." The monk smiled and thanked them for their concern, but continued to set his mat under the tree. As the monk sat down to rest, the snake emerged from its hole, hissing angrily and ready to strike. Yet, a profound change occurred when the monk met the snake's gaze. Chanting a mantra that transcended language barriers, miraculously, the snake began to talk. "O human, don't you know this is my area? No one dares to come here. Don't you fear death?" "My dear friend," the monk replied with boundless compassion, "what is there to fear? I fear neither death nor cling to my life. Why should I fear you? In truth, it is you who fears death. You are always afraid that others might kill you. Isn't it why you bite them?" The snake was humbled and moved by the monk's words. So far, he had never met such a person who was not afraid of him. People always either ran away from him or tried to kill him. The snake acknowledged the wisdom of the monk's words and coiled at its feet. "You speak the truth," the snake conceded. "I have acted out of fear for my own life. If I do not bite people, I am afraid that people will kill me." The monk replied, "Life is temporary, my friend. Whoever is born must die someday. To protect it, one should not harm others. Release the attachment to your own life and cultivate love for all beings." With these words, the monk departed, leaving behind a changed serpent, one who vowed to renounce its violent nature. The snake stopped biting people and embraced peace, but unfortunately, the consequences were opposite of what it expected. With the snake's newfound gentleness, the villagers no longer feared it and took advantage. They seized the opportunity to torment the once feared serpent. They teased, scratched, and hurt it, leaving the snake perpetually wounded and sorrowful. The snake was very sad and was having the most difficult time of its life. In a few days, the monk visited the village again and sat under the same tree. He was very surprised to see the once powerful snake in such a pathetic and helpless state. "My dear friend, how did you fall into such misery? Who has inflicted these wounds upon you?" The snake, broken and downtrodden, replied, "Master, it was your teachings that led me to this plight. Since I abandoned my aggression, people have turned against me. They no longer fear me and they torment me relentlessly. Life has become very difficult for me." The monk realized what had happened. He clarified, "You misunderstood my teachings, my dear friend. I asked you to end your violent nature, but never asked you to surrender your right to self-defense. It is not wrong to hiss and protect yourself." The king was listening intently to the tale when the old monk posed a question. "O king, what have you learned from this tale? Are you too misinterpreting my guidance much like the snake did?" The old monk further explained, "I encouraged you to shed your cruel nature, but not your duty as a king. Your rule must encompass both compassion and strength. As a king, it's your duty to be tough and discipline everyone in your kingdom. To maintain justice and security in your kingdom, you must at times appear harsh on the outside without disturbing your inner peace. Therefore, you have to rule like a monk from inside and like a king from outside." In the real world, we often find that good people suffer despite their good nature and deeds. Exploited and taken advantage of, the decent people grapple with life's hardship at the hands of others. This story teaches a timeless lesson for such good people. You need to understand that sometimes decency and goodness is exploited by others. Good people too should understand that sometimes the world requires a firm hand to maintain balance and justice. Anger, when used wisely, can restore order without disrupting inner peace. Like an actor playing a character of an angry man in a play, one must learn to act angry on the outside while remaining peaceful on the inside. This art of living, as the monk taught, is the key to a successful and peaceful life. Thank you. If this video helped you, subscribe to our channel and share your story in our comments section. Your comments will help people realize that they are not alone in their problems. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Press the bell icon for regular updates. Have a great day and a great life.